You spoke recently about the importance of putting Sunday Mass first, but for many Catholics, Sunday Mass is not a part of the routine. What can the Church do about that, and why is it so important for Catholics to attend Sunday Mass?
I have been accused of being a bit naive, maybe overly simplistic. Recently, I've expanded it. I've said, look, here's two things I want us to concentrate on. We're always talking about all these highfalutin goals in the Church. And I said, here's two things I want us to concentrate on. Sunday Mass and the morning offering. Now, people might snicker and say, of all the problems we got in the Church today, those are the two things you're trying to emphasize. If we take Jesus seriously, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything else will come in its place. Well, let's seek ye first. On the first day of the week, with the greatest prayer that we got, the Sunday Mass, and every morning when we get out of bed, and consecrating the day for His honor and glory in the morning offering. If we do that, great things are going to happen. I also wonder if we know, we just got some great statistics in the United States. Pardon me for, in America, we're all big into these studies and these polls and everything. We just got some great statistics. In one way, they're grim statistics, but they show us a great thing from a place called the Pew Center. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's kind of a prestigious national research organization located in Philadelphia. And they did a study on religion in America. Now, bad news, sobering news, only about 1/3 of Catholics in the United States go to Sunday Mass. Compared to some countries, they say, hey, pop the champagne cork, that's better than we got. But compared to what we had 4 decades ago, this is bad, all right? That's bad news. Good news is the verification of the magnificent fruits that come from those who go to Sunday Mass. So get this, the Pew Center tells us that those who are faithful to Sunday Mass, even though they might be fewer, those who are faithful to Sunday Mass have happier lives, have more faithful marriages, have more united families, have better health, are more active in community affairs, are better versed in their faith and able to present it and defend it, pray better, more effectively pass the faith on to their children, give more to the Church, and are much more likely to consider a vocation to the priesthood or religious life. We often say today, hey, there's no silver bullet to all the problems that we got in the Church. I think we do. I think there is. If we're able to get our people back to Sunday Mass,
Archbishop, you're very active in terms of blogging and social networking, and Pope Benedict, in his message for world communications this year, used as the theme, the priest and pastoral ministry in a digital world, new media at the service of the word. Does iMinistry or online ministry have a significant role to play in the spreading of the gospel message?
Yes. Now, Brenda, I'm going to tell you something. I can't leave this room, okay? I don't know the first thing about technology. I still use a fountain pen. But here's what I'm getting at, Brenda. I highly appreciate the effectiveness of it. So when I got, actually in Milwaukee, and when I got to New York, especially New York, which is the communications capital of the world, I said to my people, and thank God I got a great staff, I said, look, I want you to drive me crazy with every possible means of communication that we've got out there. I don't even know how to spell half of them. All right, I'm finally learning how to send a fax, okay? But I don't have to know how to do them, because thanks be to God, I got you. But I want to be on all of this. And I'm told this, Brenda, we got to start asking good questions. You know, we have to say, look, I know you guys got a good Catholic press here in Ireland. We got a good one in America. We have a fine archdiocesan newspaper in the Archdiocese of New York. But I'm thinking, I'm told that if you do stats here, the average reader in our in our weekly newspaper is 68. Well, we're not getting to most of the people. Just like 60 years ago, it was daring to say, we got to get into newspapers. Just like 60 years ago, it was daring to say, we got to get into radio. Just like 50 years ago, it was daring to say the church has to be on TV. Just like 25 years ago, it was daring that the church says, we got to set up communications people like you're doing right now. So we got to say, now we roll with the punches. So now we got to get on all this digital stuff, all this technological stuff, all this, what'd you call it, iCommunication or whatever? We got to get into that. So I say to them, you tell me what I need to do, and I'll do it. So I don't want to bust any balloons here, but I don't sit down and blog my piece every other week. I do write it, and then it's put on the blog, and I'm constantly thinking about it. And there might be every 2 or 3 days, like I'm saying, usually I try every week I try to put something out, either my column in the newspaper, which comes out every other week, or a blog piece. The beauty of the blog is you can do ad hoc stuff. So if I'm looking in the paper in the morning and I'm saying, this needs an answer, or this needs some commentary, or this needs to be put into perspective, we got the blog to do it. And I'm told that's more effective sometimes than you know, if I waited for a week to put up my next newspaper column. So you got to do it.